everybody, how's everybody doing today? It is dark 30, 5:26, and this is actually, I'm going home. I'm not going to work, I'm going home from work, because I just had the most ridiculous morning ever. So, you probably everybody's had a crazy story at work about some ridiculous fiasco or amazing and unusual turn of events, just a perfect storm or a syzygy, if you will, of craziness. And I want to hear your story. But today, this morning, I'm going to go ahead and tell you my story about what happened. So, we got a brand new client who needed an event right there in the middle of the night because they're presenters for in India, whereas we're here on the East Coast of Washington, the United States, right near Washington, D.C. So for us, it's the middle of the night, but for them, it's the afternoon. Okay, great, no problem. Only problem was they needed it at the very last minute, and they needed it in a time slot where all our other late night guys were already occupied. So no big deal. Brand new client, I'm going to take care of it. I'll do it myself. So set my alarm, I go to bed early, I'm ready to go, and then I had to wake up at like 3:30, and at 2 o'clock in the morning, I get a phone call from somebody else, one of my other coworkers, telling me that he's got some kind of problem, that there's some kind of technical glitch. So I said, okay, no problem, man. Here's what you got to do, this, that, or the other. No, that's not working. Okay, let's do something else. Okay. Whew. All right, so I'm looking at my phone thinking, all right, time for me to go back to bed, take about an hour nap, and then I get to get up and go into the office and do this teleconference with this new client. Okay, so just as I'm about falling asleep, about 5 minutes later, the phone rings again. And this is somebody else. A client this time has called and has left a voicemail on our emergency line, which means I get to answer the phone. And now, okay, backtrack a minute. What you got to understand is that I am the on-call associate for the company. So that means that if anything comes up in the middle of the night, I get to handle it, which is cool because not a whole lot happens, which is pretty true, right, James? I could go weeks and absolutely zippy will happen. Or then I'll go one day and like one tiny little thing and I just have to respond to an email really quick. Yeah, here's your access code, or this is what you need. Normally, I will go weeks and weeks and weeks before anything happens. So for the phone to ring twice in one night is weird. So then, I answer the phone. It's one of our clients who's a presenter, and they're going to be getting on, and they needed some information. So I got them that information, and now I'm verifying with some other people who were in the office doing some stuff and just making sure. Okay, you got this squared away. Yeah, you got this squared away. Good. Okay, so there. Problem 2 is now taken care of. Now here's the good news. While I'm on my computer checking out, making sure that the woman who called had everything that she needed, I see an email from the new client saying, sorry to do this to you, but man, we got to push it out 1 week. No problem. I got it covered. This is great. So I take care of these 2 issues. Now I get to go to bed and actually sleep in till, 8 o'clock like a normal person. Great. Fantastic. So, square away everything that needs to be squared away. Put my phone on my nightstand. Lay my head down, get ready to actually sleep for another 3 to 4 hours before I got to wake up and go to work. And then guess what happens? The phone rings again. Phone rings again because one of our other employees who had to be coming in at dark 30 had some kind of problem and just wasn't able to make it. So now I'm looking, okay, great. Thank God that other event was canceled because I got nobody else who can do this thing in the middle of the night. So I'm going to go in, I'm going to take care of what he needs to do, and it's just a really good thing that I didn't need to be in there doing what he needed to do. So actually, I looked at the calendar, and it looked like it would be a pretty easy event, so I made sure to bring my Nintendo DS so I'd have something to do while the event was rolling. Just got to sit there and monitor the situation. So I get into the office, and we run into some kind of major technical glitch. Like, it's a bloody good thing that this dude couldn't be here in the office at the time because he did not have the technical expertise that was necessary for me to spit and string this thing together. Basically what happened is everyone was able to get on their computer and see the visuals, but they weren't able to connect their phones. So you would have been looking at PowerPoint slides and not hearing a single thing that was going on in the event. So I'm on the phone with tech support. I'm sending text messages to everybody in the office. I literally sent a text message to the entire management team and just said, is anybody awake? And I didn't get a response back, and that's normal. You should have been sleeping. It was 3:30 in the morning. But I'm on the phone with tech support. I'm waiting for the clients to show up. The clients don't even show up until 2 minutes after the event was supposed to start. It was absolutely the most ridiculous I've never seen. I've been doing this for over a year now. The phone's never rang more than once in a night. And here it's rang 3. It would have rang 4 times if it hadn't have been for me catching that email. So, ridiculous. You'd never believe it in a million years story about what actually happened. So, I want to hear from you. What's your most ridiculous story? I bet you could probably top mine, because I got a pretty mild position. Like, I'm sure there's some people who work in maybe Secret Service, or maybe some people who work in the military. Although you're probably not able to actually tell me about your story if you work in Secret Service or military. But if you got a crazy story, I want to hear about it. I'm going to actually try and get this one up early. And